How do you find and work with a Vegas promoter or host? Las Vegas nightlife has so many options and uncertainties. The best way to plan your trip is with the help of a good, reliable contact. In this video, I'm going to be going over what a Las Vegas promoter and host is, how they can help you, how to find them, and what the process is like to work with them. Hey, my name is Norman J. I'm a nightclub promoter here in Las Vegas, and my goal is to help you have the highest quality Vegas party experience. Okay, so let's start with what is a Vegas club promoter and what is a host. Vegas promoter's main job is to fill the club. So this is going to be with guest lists, selling tickets, and booking table reservations. Promoter's focus is GA crowd, so that's guest lists and pre-sale tickets. Host, on the other hand, focus is table reservations. In other cities, both of these roles might be played by the same person, but in Vegas, there are two distinct roles. So a promoter or host will get you into the club in one of these three ways: guest lists, pre-sale tickets, and table reservations. The clubs pay us either commission on guest lists or percentage on tables. So this is our job and this is how we get paid. Now, hosts generally do not have a guest list, but any good host will have good contact promoters that they can link you with if you need to be added to the guest list. And hosts are generally on property in the venue. Promoters, on the other hand, are generally not on property or not in the venue. It's generally going to depend on the promoter themselves and the venue that they work for. Some people have worked with promoters multiple times and have never seen them or met them in person. There are people who work directly for the club, and there are also independent contractors. A lot of independents are former direct employees of the club, and then they just branched off to do their own thing. Now, which one is better? And the answer is it really depends. The promoters and the hosts are on the sales team. Also, I just want to mention, when people say VIP promoter or VIP host, it's all the same shit. The VIP doesn't mean shit. As a customer, it is your objective to find a good one. Just like any other parts of your life, you want exceptional contacts, so just like your barber or hairstylist. Now, how do you know if you already have a good one or not? Well, you already found me. I'm just kidding, you don't have to text me, but I will leave my number right here. So the bad news is, if it wasn't a referral from a trusted person, or if you haven't used that promoter already in the past, then there is no real way for you to know if you have a good contact or not. You're probably gonna need to work with that promoter or host first until they deliver what was promised. Most people will just end up texting multiple promoters and hosts until they find a good one. So if you already have a good one, then it would be a good idea to just stick with them. Texting multiple promoters or hosts is also called shopping. Now, a lot of Vegas industry people will talk about shopping like you're not supposed to do it, it's bad, be loyal to your promoter. And some will even go as far to say as you'll be blacklisted from the guest list if you are caught shopping. That's all bullshit. These are just scare tactics so that you would only work with them. I personally think that you should shop if it's your first time going to Vegas. Like, why should you give your full trust for your vacation plans to a complete stranger? This could be your bachelorette party or your bachelor party or your birthday party. And Vegas club experiences can range from amazing to ugly. So why wouldn't you want all the assurance? Wouldn't you want backup? Wouldn't you want to know all of your options or use more options? There's literally hundreds of promoters and hosts in Vegas, and not all of them are good. And as a guest texting me as your promoter, you don't owe me anything. Like, if you use me as your promoter, then I get paid. So I should be thanking you. But just so you understand, this is why it's frustrating on our end. We will basically go through the motions with a guest, plan their entire weekend, sometimes weeks, sometimes even months out in advance. And sometimes it'll feel like we're low-key friends. And then come to find out they didn't even check in for you, which means we don't get the credit. So it would feel like it's just like we wasted our time. But in reality, that's just a part of the game. It's unrealistic and borderline insanity to think that everybody who texts you is gonna check in for you at 100%. This is a highly competitive and cutthroat industry, and this is what we signed up for. Anyways, I just needed to touch on that because this is a very sensitive subject to a lot of promoters. Okay, now how do you find a promoter or host? Ask your friends, ask your family, anybody who's been to Vegas recently, if they went clubbing, ask them for a contact. Social media is probably the easiest option because this can be done from your phone weeks before your trip. Go on TikTok, go on Instagram, go on YouTube, search for Excess Promoter, Encore Beach Club Promoter, Omnia Promoter, Tao Beach Promoter, whatever nightclub you want to go to, promoter or host, and see who pops up. And the last one is walk around Vegas. There will be a promoter on every block on the strip during the daytime. And they will approach you. They will ask you, hey, what are you guys doing tonight? Do you guys want to go to the club? It's free entry for girls, blah, blah, blah. That's how it's gonna go. Now, this method I probably recommend the least of the three because there are a lot of brand new promoters on the Strip. Of course, there are still some good promoters that are on the Strip, but they are gonna be a little bit fewer and harder to find. Another thing about promoters on the Strip, there are also scammers. Like people who sell wristbands or charge you to put you on the guest list. This is something to look out for. These are scams. Do not listen to these people. Do not pay for a wristband because he promises that you're gonna get open bar at XS or Encore Beach Club. Okay, now that you found one, what is the process like? We are always gonna need 3 pieces of information from you guys. First is the party leader's full name, how it's spelled on your ID. Don't give your promoter your nickname and now the guest list girl who's checking you in can't find you. She's gonna be going off of your ID name. Second, how many guys and girls are in your guys' group? And please don't lie about this information. Like, don't tell your promoter it's just 5 girls when in reality it's 5 girls and like 7 guys. And then he tells you it's free, you guys show up and then now like 2 guys have to pay or all the guys have to pay. And third, what dates you're gonna be in Vegas. The lineup of DJs and headliners changes every week. If you work with me or any other good promoter, we will give you all of your options for that weekend. So all of the headliners that are playing in the city, not just the venues that I work for or that they work for. You pick which events you guys want to go to. If guest list is the route that we're going to take, then we add you to the list, you show up on time, and you guys get in for free. I have another video that goes into depth about the guest list, so if you guys want to check that out, it's over there. If it's pre-sale tickets, then promoters usually have a promo code that gives you a small discount. And if it's for a table reservation, then we can help you book that. Now, when should you reach out to a Vegas promoter or host? Now, you can reach out at any time, but I recommend something around 2 to 3 weeks out before your guys' trip. The reason being for this is the official guest list rules are not released until the week of, and if you reach out too far in advance, then the lineup could change itself. If there was anything I missed or if you guys need more clarity on anything, then please let me know in the comments. And if you guys need any help with your Vegas trip, then feel free to text or DM me. I respond to 99% of the messages that I receive, aside from the times I have message glitches. Sometimes I don't get the message, but on your guys' end, it looks like I just didn't reply. But on my side, I didn't get it at all. I think this happens because of my high volume of text. This happens on text and on Instagram. WhatsApp seems to be the most reliable, so I prefer that. I promise I'm not ghosting you. So if I don't reply, then double text me or please try another platform. If you want to get in contact with me directly, you can DM me on Instagram. My handle is NormanJ_Las Vegas, or you could text or WhatsApp me. WhatsApp is preferred. My number is 702-381-1873. Subscribe for more club tips and I'll see you guys in Vegas.